Hello, crafty friends. My name's Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Al. And welcome to what seems like my first live stream in forever. If you are here in the live chat, welcome. Make sure to let us know where you're watching from over there and answer the poll. If you are here on replay, let us know where you're watching from down in the comments section, and then you can answer the poll. And today's poll is, have you ordered the Spellbinders 2025 Advent Calendar? Yes, not yet, or not planning to. It is now available to everyone at many online stores. I do have some links at the very top of my description box below if you want to check that out. And I do have mine right here, so later I'll give you a sneak peek at some of the dies that are inside. If you have the package, you've already seen them. It's just the ones that are on it because I can't show you anything else since Spellbinders sent it to me. Speaking of Spellbinders, that is what we are here today for. I have the clubs that they send me each month in front of me, and this month and next month I have an extra one that I get to share with you. So we'll get crafty with that. There will probably be some polls so you guys can help me make decisions, and then at the end of the stream I will give away what I make, whether it's good or bad, to a lucky live viewer. If you haven't yet smashed that thumbs up, make sure to hit that like button. And I am on my way to 50K subscribers. I know that it is kind of a pipe dream, but by the end of 2025, I would love to reach 50,000 subscribers. Currently on my count, I have 42,533, but I do know that I am a little higher than that now. So if you haven't yet smashed that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, or if you have a crafty friend, family member, neighbor, coworker, frenemy, long lost relative, let them know about my channel if they are a crafter too. Make sure to, yes, again, let us know where you're watching from. I do see we have some friends already in the chat. Love to see you. Well, guys, should we go ahead and look at what I have here in front of me? So each month I get the 3D embossing folder, the regular embossing folder, the stencil, the small die of the month, and the clear Stampin' die of the month. Well, this month and next month, they had some extra of the Glimmer Hot foil. So here is September's. It is called Gilded Weave. It has this nice background and a couple sentiments. And then I think each month that it comes with a foil to go with it. And this month it is aluminum, Glimmer Aluminum, I believe. For the clear stamp of the month, this is called Autumn Whim, and there are some fall sentiments. Well, fall, and then there's like general thank you, a Halloween. Oh, and speaking of Halloween, don't forget at the end of October, I will be back live each day from the 19th through the 31st to reopen the Craftoween box and get crafty live and give those away, as well as I have 3 Craftoween boxes that I'm going to give to some lucky viewers who join me. So do not miss it. And then this stamp right here is actually all one piece. But then you can die cut each of the images out. And if you get what's called the caboodle, which is like every club that they have each month, they give you this month some stencils to color those images in. So that is exciting. Let me know in the chat if you get any of the clubs, and if so, which ones. The small die of the month, kind of called Harvest Magic. There's a pumpkin for Halloween, but then we also have some fall foliage, some ghosts. And then for the stencil of the month, you know I love some leaves, so I am crazy about this one. And then the embossing folders. Let me get out a piece of dark cardstock. The 3D embossing folder is called Patchwork. Hello, Danny. I see that you used to get the glimmer, but you haven't for a long time. That's a good thing about Spellbinders clubs. You can stop them whenever you want. So there's the patchwork, and that is the 3D one. I better keep this in here. And the regular embossing folder of the month is called Autumn Breeze, and it is more leaves, so you know I love it. Yes, Stephanie, that 3D one would be versatile. You definitely would not have to use it for fall. And then here is the Autumn Breeze folder. So this is what I was thinking. I would like, going into this, maybe having glimmer foiled one time before, I would like that to be in the running because I do want to give it a try. I think that would be a really neat background. And I was thinking if I did this, that maybe I could use the stencils on top of it. So the first option for my project, and you know, I might use the sentiments from the stamp set, but at least featured, it would be the glimmer foil, the stencil of the month, and then the foil that they sent me. So I'm going to start a poll. It will just have two options today. Oh, first I got to close our first one. And let's see, 46% of you do not plan on buying the Crafty Advent Calendar. Maybe after I show you the peaks today, you might change your mind. 25, not yet. 28% of you have. So I would like to know which products should I get crafty with today. So the first one is going to be the glimmer. Whoops. And then the second option, let me show that to you. I would like to use just like the foliage and like, well, the leaves and the flowers from this set, along with one of the backgrounds, one of the embossing folders, and just make a fall card. So we'll do the small die on that one. And then maybe later we'll have to do a poll. Oh, speaking of poll, yes, Stephanie got hers out there. Guys, before I can hit the start poll, I need everybody to get their poll lights over in the chat. Once you have a poll light over there, I will start that poll and give you a minute or so to answer it. And after you've done that, don't forget to smash that like button. There are currently 33 of you on here and only 19 thumbs up. So let's see if we get that just a little bit higher of a number. Here. All right, I see some poll lights coming in. All right, I'll go ahead and start that. I'll give you a minute to decide, and I will play a little music while we wait. All right, guys, before we find out what won, I did see that Sherry might be new to my live streams. Sherry, that poll light, I have found that my viewers, my members, my subscribers love a poll. They love interactivity. So whenever I put a poll over in chat, when you get to help me decide on like a design element or a color palette, we turn on our poll lights. It's just a little celebration here. All righty. Let's find out what won. Drum roll. With 59% of the vote, it will be the small die. I guess I'll have to try my glimmer system some other time. All right. I'm going to set this all to the side. And I had already taken the die cutting plates out of my big kit just in case I needed to do that for the glimmer foil, but I will put those back so I will be able to die cut. And who knows, maybe I will be able to use my little one. Okay, now you guys, it is time for another poll. So get those lights back in there. Now, if you are new and you're not a member who has access to like the colorful poll lights, what you do is down in the chat box, there will be a little smiley face icon, and those are your emojis. So if you click on that and you search, if you start typing in POL, it will pull up a little red siren, just like John has used here, that you can get your poll lights in the chat. There we go. Sandra. Hello, Godmother. Sandra's got hers in there. Alice, Vicky, Justine, Linda. Okay, you are ready for a poll. This poll is going to be for our color palette, you guys. You know that I love a color cube card. So, oh, where they at? I pre-chose some, and I had my digital version of the catalog help me. So you can search by keyword, and one of those is autumn. So I chose 3 fall or autumn color palettes. So I'm going to let you guys pick those. But before I get the poll ready, right here, I'll tell you which they are. And instead of the numbers, we'll just go A, B, C to make it super easy. So A is this one right here. You have some pretty standard fallish leaf colors, and then the pop of blue for the sky. In the middle, pretty standard fall, but without any browns or neutrals. Kind of a fall rainbow, if you please. And this will be B. And then over on the right, a more muted with some darker shades. So think about which you would pick, A, B, or C. And I will get that poll ready. This one, let me get a caps lock on that. B or C. All right. I will give you another minute to do that. Make sure to hydrate after you get your vote in. Well, we ran out of music, but not out of timer, so you still have just a couple seconds. There we go. All right. I'm going to turn my poll light off, and let's go ahead and see which one was the winner. All right, with 59% of the vote, it will be this middle one, card B. I do have to say, I was kind of hoping for A so I could have that pop of blue. But you know what, you guys? We always go with the flow here on my channel, right? And I usually love the way everything turns out that you guys help me decide on. So I know, you know I love a rainbow, so I'm going to love a fall rainbow. Okay. So if you don't know about color cube cards, these are boxes which I have both boxes and the digital version. And inside each of these is 250 cards that have photos and coordinating color palettes. If you want to find out more about these, I do have links in the description box below. And Nightbot might be sharing them over in the chat every so often. Oh, yes, actually, I just see Nightbot did share over in the chat right here. So you can click on that link and find out more. Okay. Right. Okay. Just because I'm super excited and I don't want to forget, yesterday I was working on something special for an upcoming bonus for channel members in November. And you guys, I am so excited about it. I cannot wait to share it. How about if we can get to 50 thumbs up? So everybody has to smash that like button. I'm going to give you guys the first peek at what I was working on at the end of the stream. So smash that like button if you have not yet already. When I pick my color cube card, I like to bring in my cardstock swatch ring. This is all of the Tailored Expressions ink colors and cardstocks I have. So I just go through and kind of match them up to the best option that I have. Now on the back of the color cube cards, you do have some different shades. You know, if you don't have this exact one, you could see if you have a different shade, or, you know, maybe you have all of these but one. That's okay. Leave that one out. And, you know, we might not need all these colors today. Thank you, Diane, for smashing that like button. All right. I'm just going to start here at the first one, looking for kind of a greenish color. I think I like cilantro for that. So I'm going to get out, for now I'm going to get out the inks. And then later when I do the die cutting, I will get out scraps of cardstock, but it's easier here. You know, I'm probably going to do some ink blending or something. So I'm going to go ahead and get the inks out for this. Oh. And if you are new to my live streams or my channel and you don't know how I store my cardstocks and my inks, so like you've seen, my cardstock swatch ring is in Roy G. Biv, pretty close to rainbow order. And then when I store my cardstocks and my inks back here, I store those in alphabetical order. For me, that just helps, like when I'm putting stuff away, it helps me find things instead of, you know, sorting through 10 greens. I know exactly where cilantro is in the alphabet. Let us know over in the chat or in the comment section below how you store your inks and cardstocks. All right, this next one, kind of a limey color. See, like this is one that I don't have an exact match. I think I'm going to go Granny Smith. I did like Pea Pod, but I think that's a little too close to cilantro. I want that pop of kind of a brighter green. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that same thing again. I'm going to go with a little brighter color for this orange. I'm going to go with Mango. My orange. I'll go with pumpkin. Oh, I still have not made my sweet potato. And finally, a deep red. I could go with cherry pop, but oh goodness. All right, guys, you know that I love my mulled wine, but I think I will go with the Cherry Pop. This is a little bit lighter than the card, but I think it's closer than the mulled wine. All right, so here we have our colors. I think what I want to do is maybe ink blend a background. I see a lot of you, yeah, a lot of you were thinking Cherry Pop too. Oh, Susan, exactly. Poor mulled wine, not this time. You know I do use it whenever I get the chance. So I think I want to ink blend a background. So let's do that first, and then we will pick an embossing folder to use with that. Oh, you guys, I have exciting news. You know how I was super late to the glassboard game, but then Glassboard Studio sent me the 9x12, which I absolutely love to use. Well, I knew I was going to have to get a bigger one, and on the way to me today, just because I have to use it I can use it in my TE videos, so I'm getting it first. I have the large 18x24 mat coming from Tailored Expressions. And then for Christmas, I'm going to put the 18x24 Color Burst from Glassboard Studio on my Christmas wish list. So I'm super excited. But for today, when I do my ink blending, I will be bringing in my little glass board. Look, it has rainbow splatters. You know, I love that. And if you do not have a glass board, I don't know what you're waiting for. I waited way too long. I do have, Nightbot will be sharing links. I have links below. But if you want to get your own glass board, you can save 15% at glassboardstudio.com with the code CallMeCraftyOut, all one word. There are some exclusions to this. It can't be applied to past orders, but you guys, it is well worth it. And I cannot wait to use, hopefully they'll let me use my own discount code when I'm ready. But yeah, definitely check them out. I know Nightbot is probably sharing links as well to them. And speaking of Nightbot sharing links, I don't know what to call it. It did just share the links to Spellbinders, scrapbook.com, and Simon Says Stamp for that 2025 Spellbinders Advent Calendar. I will be back again this year in December from the 1st through the 24th to go live each day and open up all of my Crafty Advent Calendars, which right now is Spellbinders, Tailored Expressions, Pink and Main, and Gummy Pan. So we're going to have lots of crafty fun. If you're not already subscribed, help me get to the 50K, subscribe, and then join us all in December. If you are a fan of the Crafty Advent, put some emojis like Christmas trees or something over there in that chat. All right, I do just always keep my accessories on here because I can't lose them and they stick nice. Let me see here. All right. I need a piece of cardstock. So, you know what? This might not be exactly 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but it was right there. Oh, Sandra's got a countdown. 81 more days until we start Crafty Advent. I love it. All right. Susan's ready for Crafty Advent. Nancy, Stephanie, Alice. I love it. Okay. Now, one thing. Well, I guess I'm just ink blending, aren't I? When I do layered stencils, I have found that I still like to go ahead and tape down my cardstock or, put a little adhesive on the back to the glass mat. Because if I'm doing layered stencils, I have found that I cannot keep them completely still with the magnets. So I just like giving it a little extra. But since I'm just ink blending here, I won't do that. I will just use the magnets that come with it. And actually, I think I want to do left to right. All right. I always like to start with the color that I'm going to put in the middle. And for this one, I'm going to do Mango. And this thing has been so handy. This is from Tailored Expressions. It holds their ink pads. It would also hold Gina K. And then, so while you're ink blending, it holds it. But you guys, if you put your gems and stuff in here, there's a little slot to pour those back in. All right. And I'm going to just come in from either side, just doing this right in the middle. I can always go back and add more color if I need to. So I'm going to do kind of light for right now and just smaller sections. Well, I'll go ahead and go to the one that I'm going to put right above it, which is pumpkin. Welcome everybody who is coming in new. Make sure to make yourself at home. Smash that like button. I think I got a cat hair on that one. And there is a smoothing agent in these inks. So while they look a little splotchy now, that does kind of calm down. But really, when you're embossing, it's okay because there's going to be that added texture from the embossing. When you're like embossing, folder embossing. Oh, Linda is a new member. Welcome. Thank you so much, Linda. Make sure to reach out if you have any questions on membership. My email address is always at the bottom of each description box. And then there is a special email address for channel members that is on the monthly blog. Oops. Oh, guys, look at that. I am loving that. It's going to go in between each of those again. I think I'm going to put a little more mango on my brush. Actually, you know what? I'll wait until the end until I have my greens. Now, I'm going to start with the lightest green, the Granny Smith, and I am going to go ahead and wipe off my brush just in case. I do like to use darker greens a lot, so I want to make sure I have any dark green ink off there. Oh, I just saw Susan had to leave because she was in a work meeting. Yes, yes. Make sure you're doing your job. All right. I'm not quite sure how that should be okay because there is yellow and green. And then finally, cilantro. This is probably one of my favorite greens from Tailored Expressions. Definitely think I need to clean this green. Oh, Danny says she is channeling her inner Crafty Owl. Just use some vellum on a card. You know, Danny, I was already thinking this card might need some vellum to help the die cut stand out from this bold background. But yes, vellum is definitely one of my favorites. All right. Do a little more Granny Smith. And some more mango there in the middle. Always remember to change your brushes. And I got a little wild with that mango. I went way down into the green. But again, it will be just fine. All right, guys. What do you think? Put some rainbows over there in the chat if you are excited about my background too. And now I think it's going to be time for another poll. So get your poll lights out there. Now we're going to decide on which of the embossing folders I am going to use on the piece that I just ink blended. And I'm going to wipe off some of the ink on there. I don't think I should. Well, I might actually keep this out for gluing later. I have found that I love to use the magnets with gluing. But get those poll lights out. I'm going to set this to the side for now. And I will show you the embossing folder options once again that we have. All right. I'll leave this. All right. Let's take a look at these. All right, first up, this is the 3D embossing folder. So we'll call this a 3D. It's the one on the left, and it has the patchwork look to it. You know what? Maybe I should put this in there. So maybe I don't know if this will help us see what it might look like. So there we go. So this will be 3D. And then we have the regular embossing folder, which is Autumn Breeze. Or here, we have the leaves. So think about which you would like, 3D or regular. I will get that poll ready. Here, maybe I'll just do like right there. So we can. So let me welcome Yvette. Thank you for being here. All right, so 3D or regular. And I will I'm going to give 2 minutes on this one. Get those votes in, get those poll lights in the chat. You still have time to get those votes in. I just saw Vicky's question. She says, how big is that mat? Vicky, this is 9 by 12. So the ruler is about 8 by 10. I have the 18 by 24 on the way. Pretty close, guys. Make sure everybody gets their vote in. All right. Let's see which one was chosen. All right, with 53% of the vote, it will be the patchwork, the 3D. I really am excited to try the other one. I do love leaves. So I'm going to go ahead. You know, every time, I swear that I am going to write down the sandwich I need for my die cutter for, you know, like Tailored Expressions 3D embossing folders, Spellbinders 3D embossing folders. But do I ever do it? No, I do not. So we will figure this out together. If you have the big shot or the big kick, let me know what you do with the 3D embossing folder. But I think we'll get it figured out. And I did want to remind you, if you're coming in late, smash that like button, because if we do get to 50 thumbs up, 50 likes, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of something that's coming as a bonus in November for channel members. It's part of an exciting collaboration. So smash that like button if you have not yet already. Okay, guys. I do know, because it is 3D and some of these spots are very tight, I am going to, oh gosh, hopefully these still have moisture in them. Yes. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, my baby wipes are dry, so I need to get out another package. So you could always get out a spritz bottle and lightly spray the back, but I find that I keep baby wipes in my craft area for other things. I don't use them a whole lot. That's probably why they're dry, but I do like to use them for on the back of the 3D embossing folders, just to very lightly wet down my cardstock. And later today, maybe I'll put the whole thing in a Ziploc baggie. So maybe it doesn't dry out again. Oh gosh, I have to break into this. Press and peel back. Okay. Oh, good idea. Teresa says to go and smash that like button if you have more than one account. Of course you can do that. Oh, Brenda says she uses mailing labels with the sandwich written on it and sticks it to the folder so she'll know the sandwich she needs. That is brilliant, Brenda. I mean, even if I could just somehow just make a sticky note and keep it by my stuff. All right. Maybe, yeah. All right, so I'm just going to wipe that and then put this in here. Now, because this has some stitching, I do want to try to keep it as straight across as I can. Okay, now let me see. I'm going to try just, no, needs more than that. Oh, you know what? It needs just a little more than that. So I'm going to bring in one of these mats from TE and see if I add one of these underneath the folder, if it will work. And then when I get it figured out, I'll show you. No. So not the thin one. Try the thick one. All right. All right, let's see if that works. So it felt like I had some good pressure. So I have my base plate. I have that very thin shim. And then Tailored Expressions sells, I don't know what they call them, embossing pad kits. And there are two different thicknesses of rubber gaskets. I use the thicker one. And are we ready? Cross your fingers. Give me a drum roll over there in the chat. All right, are we ready? Let's see if it worked. Oh, it did, you guys. That is pretty. Love it. Oh, you know, I can see at the top, I didn't have the rubber gasket underneath that part, and you can definitely tell a difference with how it embossed the rest of the piece. But you know what? It's a craft. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I'll remember. I'll leave these out so I remember to make a note later. And now let's start cutting out some pieces. So some of these go to the pumpkin and the ghost, so I don't want any of that. But I do want all of the pieces for the flowers. So we're just going to take a wild guess here. All right, I think, oh no, right here. Trying to figure out what that one is. The pictures are not. Oh, you know what? No, that goes to the pumpkin. That goes to the pumpkin and to the cat. Oh, Linda, that is a good idea. Linda said I could cut out the pumpkin without the face. I will think about that. Oh, that was the wrong one. Here's Linda's. I will think about that. Okay. So now, so this goes in the middle of the flower. I'm just going to pull out some scraps of cardstock in these same colors that we ink blended in. All right, so now there are the cardstocks. I'll bring in my little die cutter. Since all of these dies are small. And I know that I want my stems from one of the greens. I think I'll do it from the cilantro, the darkest green. Does anybody get the kits? If so, which ones did you get this month? I know they just came out on the 6th, so if you're if you don't work with Spellbinders, you might not have gotten them yet, but let us know which kits you have or which ones you subscribe to. All right. Then, you know, I'm going to cut another one of these just in case. Because maybe I want to do like maybe a vellum circle and then do one of each die on each side of the circle. Okay, I think I did something wrong there. That was really tight and it seems to be jumping around. That was weird. Okay, and I think I will do this small kind of leafy branch. I'm going to do 2 from the Granny Smith. Oh, Yvette says she started getting the caboodle a couple months ago and she's eagerly awaiting her shipment this month. Yes, if you are a fan of fall especially, this is a great month to check out the kits. And I would ask Yvette what her favorite club is, but when I get these, mine changes from month to month. But if you do have a favorite one, Yvette, let us know since you get them all. I don't know what is going on here. This thing is bouncing around like crazy. Never had it do that. Okay. And as I finish with the dies, I'm just setting them off to the side on a magnet. And let's see. I think I'll do my... I think that's more than one flower center, so we might have to cut that again. But I think I'm going to do this in the mango. Yep. Yvette says it totally changes each month. I could see that. Mine does too. You know what I prefer from what they send me. I would have a hard time choosing as well. But I am always a fan of an embossing folder because you can usually, even if it's like more like season specific, sometimes you can use that kind of stuff outside the season. There's a teeny tiny circle there. I do not think I'm going to worry about keeping track of. Oh, coming up, I did want to mention next Monday, I have 2 live streams. In the morning, I will be doing the September Advent all year long, which if you had it on your calendar for this past Monday, I did originally have it set for then, but I was behind on a design team project that I had to get out. So I did move it to next Monday at 10 a.m. Central. And then you guys, exciting news. Next Monday evening, Oh So Inspired Live is coming back. And speaking of Yvette, she is one of my co-hostesses. Her and Tracy from Not Afraid of Color will be joining me in the reboot. So we do hope that it's a monthly thing. If you don't know what Oh So Inspired Live is, what I do or what we do is we take an inspiration piece and then we create something new based upon it. Live viewers have the chance to submit a sabotage, so an extra little fun requirement that we have to throw into our project. And they also get to enter to win the cards we make. We give those away at the end of the live stream. And if you're a channel member, make sure to check out the membership tab because you can submit inspiration pieces that we'll choose from. For the reboot, for this first one back, I have opened it up to all channel members. But from here on out, when I ask for additions, it will just be for die cut and paper trimmer level members. Oh, Mary's here. Oh, and speaking of that, I keep forgetting. I will be on World Card Making Day over on the Craft Roulette channel. So you have to check that out. So check out their channel, set a reminder to join us. It is going to be a super fun event. Let's see. Oh, Danny will be in Branson. She'll catch the replay. Yes, she's going on a little trip. Fun. Diane, she's only ever gotten the stamp and die kit. Haven't tried any others. There's Mary. And yes, Yvette says, please be kind. Yes, when you submit a sabotage, remember, they're just supposed to be fun little requirements. All right. Now we have 2 colors left and three dies. So I'm going to do the flowers from pumpkin. And I might bring in some more of the Granny Smith since it's just those little small. Oh, I think I know now what that teeny tiny circle is for. It's probably for the center of this teeny tiny flower. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try to. Well, I've already lost one. Maybe we'll put like a gem or something in the middle of that one. This little flower is a little tricky. Okay. And then I think I'll do... I'm going to do the 2 leaves from the cherry pop. Make sure to stick around. I will be sending out my card to one lucky live viewer. You can be anywhere in the world, and I will send that out. You do just have to be subscribed to my channel. Oh, and at least 18 years old. And if you're coming in late, we are trying to get to 50 thumbs up. So we need 7 more. And then I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of something special. I tried out something new that might become like member bonuses for the die cut and paper trimmer level members in the future. Because You know, everybody already gets like the archive and lots of printables and some cut files. But what I kind of am starting now, it might just be for higher levels. But in November, it will be for any subscriber, any channel member. So if we get just 7 more thumbs ups, then I will show that before we leave today. I'm learning something new, learning to create something new. So I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks. All right, now I have lots of flower parts. I'm going to bring this back in, but before I do, I don't want to spray my die cuts with water. I'm just going to spray this with some water to wipe off that that excess ink here. Look how nicely that cleans up. That was just water. You can use like alcohol too, but most of the time water works. Make sure that's dry. Diane says, this old dog gets a headache learning new things. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, you know what? I could actually put all these in my little magnetic tray. So I have them right here where you guys can see them too. I need to look and see which flowers. Oh, yeah, I bet they go with the larger flower. All right. Let us know if you have any fun, crafty plans this week. Because while I assemble this, it might be a little quiet. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. And I love these magnets for like holding down things while they dry now. Now, I don't know if these have a specific one they go on or not. I saw Yvette said she has very uncrafty plans tonight. Not fun at all. I think I saw a message on your community tab. You might have lost someone in your family recently. I'm so sorry, Yvette, and especially if that's what your not fun plans are tonight. Dorothy is on vacation. It's been rainy all week, so she's been crafting. Halloween cards are done and Christmas cards were almost done. Hope to get to the beach tomorrow. Ooh, enjoy the rest of your vacation and your crafting. Deb plans to finish off multiple cards in various stages of completion. And Yvette, I will be keeping you all in my thoughts. Texas Craft Connection says SBC Fest starts Friday. Oops. Now, I have learned when you're using magnets to hold stuff down, you can't put the magnets too close together or they just go zoop. So, all right, what else? So these little flowers, okay, I did not keep the centers for those. I'm just going to make sure that these go. Yeah, I bet they do. And now this is going to get a little glue on the glass mat because it's going to go over, but no big deal, you guys, because I can just easily clean that up later. Oh, I've totally forgot. Did anybody else go see Hamilton in the movie theater? My husband and I went on Saturday. You know, I've seen it like live probably 10 times now, and I've seen it on Disney Plus probably just as many. But that was amazing to be like in the movie theater. It was like you were sitting in the front row with that original cast. It was so huge. Loved it. Let me know over in the chat if you went. Or if you're planning on going. I'm hoping that Presley and I can still get to it, but she's pretty busy with school. So I might have to go by myself. I don't know how long it's staying out. All right. I'm just going to let those dry. And I want to think. I almost want to put like a solid cardstock with maybe a bigger vellum circle like around it and then just like tuck these in behind it. Yvette says it's in the movie theater, must go. Yes, Yvette, it is in the movie theater to celebrate 10 years. Because back when COVID, so in 2020, it was going to go in the movie. It was going to be in the movie theaters. They were going to release it, but couldn't really go to the movies then, so they released it early on Disney Plus. But now, for 10 years of Hamilton, it is in the movie theaters. And Lin-Manuel did say that you could sing along. So if you don't like maybe people singing along, you might want to go when nobody else is. All right. So I'm going to go get, you know what, first I'm going to do is cut this down because I know that this is not the correct size. I want to make sure that I know how big that is. All right, what have we got here? Okay, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 probably. So I'm just going to take 1/8 of an inch off each edge, and that will also get rid of some of that area, you know, like when you're ink blending, sometimes the edges get just a little bit darker. So that will remove some of that. And I'm going to take just the slightest sliver off the top because I have more green, I think, than I have the red and orange up here. Just want to remove that, and then I'll take the rest of it off the bottom. Get that, and then I'm going to get out circles. And I'm just going to do a couple standard stitch circles from my stash. And I want the vellum area to be bigger than my normal mat. You know, normally I'd have just a very small border, but I want that to be larger. So I think I'll do those. And I was thinking about using one of the colors from the color palette for that center circle, but you know, we'll have so much color around it with the background. I'm almost thinking just going with white and then maybe embossing that as well, so it has that same texture. I think I'll do that. I just had to talk that out loud. Linda said my sound mutes every once in a while. It's okay now. Is anybody else having issues? Sometimes if something's loud, it will quiet down, or if I walk away from the microphone, it will. I haven't changed anything, but if I do like turn away or walk away, it will get quieter. I see Danny says it's fine for her. Okay, so more are rolling in that it sounds good. Linda, maybe something's wrong with your connection. Maybe go away from the video and come back in and see if that like kind of kicks YouTube in the brain and gets it jump started again. Because I'm definitely not muting it. I do sometimes, but usually just when I get out my heat tool or something. All right. Okay. So I'm going to use my big die cutter for this, and that way I can do both circles at the same time. And then you guys, even though I have not written down my 3D embossing folder sandwich, I do remember it because I want to emboss the white circle. Okay. All right, so now here are my circles, and what I'm going to do just to help the leaves stand out from the background, I'm going to tuck the leaves and stuff behind the white circle, and then they'll still be on top of that vellum a little bit. All right. All right. Okay. So, oh, my baby wipe still is a little wet. Yay. I didn't want to get out another one. So it's going to wet the back of that. I'm going to use that same embossing folder as before. The patchwork. And it will be one plate and then the thick gasket behind it. And here, so there we just have that texture on there. Now comes the hard part, trying to figure out where I want everything to go, which I'm going to look at the back of the packaging again because that might give me some ideas. Because they, they use the pumpkin in the middle, but then they kind of had, you know, the stuff around the outside. So maybe I'll kind of fashion it after that. I'm trying to think. So I'm going to start by doing what they did. But what I'm going to do is put a little adhesive on the back of this. Take off a little tack with my fingers just right in the middle of this, you guys, okay? And then I'm going to center that on the vellum circle. And again, I'll be able to pull that up later to adhere it. But that way, that will hopefully kind of stay in place while I work on maybe getting some of these items placed. Probably going to be the hardest part of the whole card, just figuring out where I want all of this to go. I think I might just call that good. Then take a couple pieces of removable labeling tape and put that right over the top of how that's setting, because now I can kind of pull this away and add adhesive to the back, but keep everything where I want it. Too close. All right, we'll let that dry. See, we have maybe some people celebrating birthdays in September. Yes, Danny's was a week, well, not quite a week ago, almost. So happy birthday, anybody else who is celebrating. Oh, you guys, we are only 3 thumbs up away from me sharing a peek at my November bonus. So make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. All right. Now, when that's dry, I can just pull the tape away. And I just hang on to that. I use this removable tape until it either gets torn up or loses its sticky. Take that away. And And now, again, I can just remove this because it was just temporarily tacked down. But I think what I'm going to do later is add one of these little orange flowers over on the left. So I'm going to keep those handy. And now I have more leftovers for later. But let's go ahead. We'll get this put onto the card base. I left my my glue press with the lid out for way too long. So now I'm having to, oh, there it came out. I'm having to clean it out a lot more. I bet I left that down here for like 2 weeks. Get out the card base. And I think on this, I'm going to put some foam tape on the back. Pop that up a little bit. Welcome, welcome. I see we have some new friends coming in. Make sure to smash that like button if you're enjoying the stream. And before I put this onto that, just to make this that's easier to get up my card base, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. Now, it did warp it quite a bit with the moisture I added and with that embossing. So I'm going to add a lot of adhesive on this. I might even add some liquid in addition to the tape runner. And maybe not. Yes, it's official. The bottle hates me, you guys. I don't know if there's something that keeps going down back in there to get clogged. Oh, yes. Very good point, Danny. She has found that helps keep the glue bottle full. I do agree. The lower I get, the harder it is, or yeah, to keep it going. That is for sure. Let me make sure I got. Oh, I should have gotten out my Pear Blossom press ruler. I was using the heck out of that thing. Okay, now I have some bigger rulers on the way, or bigger magnets. For now, I'm going to let that help that dry, and let's figure out what sentiment to do, you guys. So we have a little fall charm for you, which I think if I use these guys, that would be perfect. Have a charmed Halloween. This isn't really a Halloween card. That made my day. Thanks. Hope your night glows with magic. Okay, that's kind of like another Halloween one. Hope this season wraps you in comfort, or may your fall be full of quiet wonder. Okay. Do we need a poll, you guys? I've narrowed it down to 2. So I want you to be thinking about what you'll choose. And I like Hope this season wraps you in comfort. And that made my day. Thanks. So, it will be thanks or comfort will be what's over in the poll. So I will get that ready. Yep, keep those poll lights coming in. So it will be thanks that made my day, thanks, or hope this season wraps you in comfort. So let's start that poll. I'll give you 1 minute on this one. Wanted to make sure that music didn't start. I see Kristen says, are the images on that stamp set individual or one big stamp? So this is one big stamp, Kristen. And then the dies with the set do cut out the individual items. And if you get the caboodle, which is every single club kit, they also will send you stencils to color in those images. Let's see. I don't know which one was chosen, but it does have 73%. Oh, end poll. All right, well, I ended the poll and it's not popping up for me. Does anybody want to tell me what won? Oh, there it is. All right. With 7, okay, it changes 72%. With 72%, we will be doing the comfort. So hope this season wraps you in comfort. I like that a lot. I think that could be sent for lots of different occasions. So I do know that I want to stamp it in the darker green, so the cilantro. Just going to get out a scrap of white cardstock. Oh, yeah. Kristen says this would be a great sentiment using a hot beverage also. That would. And I have not used these stamps, so I'm going to remove some of those oils with my hand. Oh, let's see. Christina says, just wanted to say thanks for referring her to the TE. Buy, sell, and trade group. I think she means buy, sell, and trade group for the Time to Grow combo set. I used it a few months ago, and she got it in the mail yesterday. Yes, yeah. If there's ever like any exclusives or older items that you're looking for from TE, they do have a buy, sell, trade group, and you can usually find some good stuff over there. So I'm glad you got that, Christina. Now, with the sentiments, I don't usually get out any of my pressure tools because I would rather stamp this a couple times than press too hard and get like a smushed out sentiment. So I'm going to ink that up and stamp it twice. I hope this works because I just noticed that my cardstock slipped out of the corner. So I might have to redo this, but we'll see. Nope, it worked. All right, so here is that. And then the set does have If you get the clear stamp and die of the month, it does have a die for each of the sentiments. Oh, I think for each of the sentiments, there's 4 sentiment dies. And, ooh, guys, did we pick one that does not have a... Oh, there are 6. There are 6 sentiments. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I do not think that it is this one, but I will try. Oof. No. That's too long. Oh, this might be it. Oh, yay. That one's it. But yeah, so that means 2 of those don't have one because I really doubt the letters line up. Oh, Danny has a breaking news for us. For everyone who is following Stamptember, today is all new. She just checked. What's the theme, Danny? And if anybody is going to go purchase it, I think I do have my Simon Says Stamp link at the bottom of my description box. Using my affiliate links is always appreciated. I got to play along with Trinity Stamps Stamptember set earlier this month. That was super exciting. And he says it was a floral. Oh, Yvette here. She thinks the single line sentiments don't have a die. That makes sense. Okay. Because you can probably just cut those out easily. All right. Now, Danny just said it was a floral. I know some of that stuff goes quick. Has it sold out? Or were you just letting me know? Because I don't know if it was because it sold out, because that is possible. They go fast. Oh, Susan said she got the Trinity Stamps gnomes. Yay. Okay, good. It is still available. Phew. I wonder where if I have my card around here. Oh, no. I don't know what I did with my card. I would have showed it to you guys, which I just did. I just did spy the card that I made that will come out on the Tailored Expressions channel tomorrow. You guys, you will not want to miss that tutorial. I love the card I made. I showed you how to make a detail ink smusher. So if you don't yet already subscribe to the Tailored Expressions channel, go do that and then turn on that bell for all notifications. Oh, here we go. Oh, Danny says it's not like Gina K that will sell out in seconds. I know. If you want Gina K, you almost have to have like insider information to know when that one's going to go live. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put down my circle. Oh, Christina said she sees her paper Ganza card behind me. Yes, right here. Most of those back there are from paper Ganza. A lot of them are. Oh, there's Deputy Heidi's. Yeah. I usually change them out after I do Happy Mail, but I don't think I ever got to that this month. Oh, yeah, I definitely have to add more glue to this thing. All right. So put that as close to the center as I can get it. And I really do love like letting those magnets hold that stuff in place. That's probably one of my favorite things about the glass board. is letting my magnets hold that stuff in place while I dry. Now, right now, I don't have anything else. Sometimes I'll have other stuff I need to glue together. I don't really right now, but usually I can like let it sit to the side while that dries and move on. Welcome, Linda. The card is almost finished, but you're here in time to enter to win it and to smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's go see if we got to 50 likes. Oh, we did it, you guys. Yay. So while this dries, why don't I go ahead and show you? So I've been trying to think of like other products I can add to like bonuses for channel members and just stuff I can learn. So you guys, using YouTube, of course, I learned how to make my own digital pattern papers. So on Creative Fabrica, I would just search for like cute little images, and then I put them on. I won't go into how I made it, but I like combined them together, and I made some pattern papers, and I made my first collection of 15 papers yesterday, and let's go ahead and take a look at them. I'm super excited. I did not print it on best quality, so they are more vibrant, but where did it go? Well, that's embarrassing. I know I had it out here. Here it is. Okay. So they will print a lot more vibrant if you do on best, but look at this. So I created my own pattern papers. So the difference between left to right is the pattern that is, the color that's behind the pattern. So you can't really tell it here. These both look kind of brown, but this one is more of a burgundy. There's an off-white, a brown, an orange, and a green. And then when I do sheet loads, I always say if there's 3 pattern papers, pick a busier one, and then maybe one that's a little less busy that has some elements from the first, and then a solid with maybe a pattern. So that's what I try to keep in mind when I was creating these. And so down here, this little element is in that original pattern paper. So I made a set of those with the same color backgrounds. And then, oh guys, look at that. I don't know what that is called, what that crosshatch is called, but I thought that would be a fun kind of more solid paper to match up with those. But it will be available to all subscribers, all channel members, along with the November sheet load. And then I think maybe every once in a while from there on out for die cut and paper trimmer level members, I might do more of this because that was pretty fun. I got to learn something new. So thank you for all of those thumbs up so I could share that with you, because yes, I can tell my family, but they're not as excited as maybe a crafter would be. And speaking of family, I just did get a text from my daughter, something about giving out her social security number. So I'm going to let you look at what I've created so far while I text her back and turn on some music. Let's see, do I have an away video? I know it's not for this, but here we go. I'll play this while I get a hold of her. I'm back. Okay. So now we have the card, and we'll get the sentiment added to the front. But I think what I want to do is put maybe one of those flowers right there to add a little bit more. Uh-oh. I guess I found some other things I meant to glue down too. Okay, so I will re-glue that down. First, well, now I have, oh, you know, it's probably all that texture on this background. Put some more glue on there. And if this doesn't work this time, then I will use a glue dot. All right, guys, I think we're done, about ready to give this card away. And yes, it's time to be done. I'm out of hydration. I'm out of water. So if you came in late at the beginning, viewers helped me choose which products to use, and I had to use the die set, and then I used one of the embossing folders. I do have links to all the clubs in that description box below. And yeah, oh, and the background and the leaves and flowers were, the colors of those were inspired by the color cube card that was chosen as the winner from today's choices. So if you are here with us live and you are at least 18 years old or older and have subscribed to my channel, I am going to give this away to one of you who is watching. Please make sure that you do only enter to win the card if you're willing to fill out the form to claim it. I want to make sure that this gets out to somebody instead of just sitting here. Once I pick a winner, I will tell them where to find the form to fill out. But let me tell you how you are going to enter to win that. Let me get that ready. Let's see. All right. If you would like to win today's card, one time over in the chat box, type in hashtag comfort, hashtag COMFORT. Make sure it looks exactly like it does on the screen. You need the hashtag no spaces. Now, if you happen to look up and see, oh no, I forgot the R, or I forgot the hashtag, or I put in a space, do go ahead and retype it one time, but there's no reason to spam the chat with it because each username does only get one entry. You have about a minute and a half left to get entered, and I will find us some music to listen to while you finish doing that. What have we got here? Do we have anything new? No, not Christmas. Wrong live stream. Let's go back to earlier music. I forgot to, oh, that's not my face. I did forget a couple things. I do want to, before I announce a winner, I want to share with you a look at the Crafty Advent Calendar, Spellbinders for 2025. And just a reminder that I am trying to get to 50K, 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Again, pipe dream, probably no chance I'm going to make it, but it can't hurt to ask. So if you are watching this and you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please do so. And if you are already a longtime viewer, maybe you have a crafty friend to share my channel with. I would love for you to do that. And let's all keep our fingers crossed. And let's go ahead. I will show you. Oh, actually, maybe I should do this face on. So this is the 2025 Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. It is one of 4, kind of 5, because I think I'll have 2 gummy pans, the regular and the mini, to open this December during my daily live streams. I don't know if Yvette's still here, but we do have some exciting things because, you know, she does daily live streams too. So we have some exciting things planned for that month. But this is just one of the 4, and they're, if you've seen these before, you know, inside the box. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to open it just yet, but you do get to see the inside. Super excited about this. Love to open those. I hope you'll join me. I will have one of these to give away as well as other advent calendars to give away to lucky viewers. But I wanted to show you the back, and it gives you some sneak peeks of some of the items behind the doors, and they are very cute. As always, I do have links to the advent calendars if you want to purchase it in the description box below. I do have toward the top Spellbinders, scrapbook.com, and Simon Says Stamp. So if one's sold out, you can check out another. Those are affiliate links, so I make a small portion of that sale at no extra cost to you. And as I always like to say, if you have a favorite creator who is sharing with you here on YouTube or other social media, when they share their affiliate links, if you are going to go make a purchase, it is always extra appreciated if you use the links that we do provide. Again, they don't cost you anything extra, but they help me buy more crafty goodies when you do that with my link. So thank you so much. I know so many of you have already used it for the Advent. So right here, guys. So look at what the inside looks like. I absolutely love, look at the postage stamp doors. And then down here, you get a sneak peek at one of the stamp sets, which I can't read what it says, but there's one of the stamp sets. Look at that little fish bowl with goldfish. There is an embossing folder. Again, I cannot see what texture that is. A horseshoe. And I don't know which is my favorite, the fishbowl or this one, but look at the little toast with either like peanut butter or jelly on there. Oh, yes. I know that I am over on Facebook on the Spellbinders Insider group, and there are people that are just looking for other people who don't want the toast because they want to just buy that die set from them. So if you want to purchase it, would love for you to use my link. Those are shipping now. But let's go ahead. Should we find out who the lucky winner is? All right. Let's go ahead and bring back up that screen. All right, good luck to everyone. And congratulations is going to John. Congratulations, John. Stick around because I'm going to tell you how to claim that. I got to meet John at Paper Ganza in July, which if you haven't heard, they are trying to make plans to make it happen again next year. So make sure to go over that Craft Roulette channel and follow them. But John, to claim your card, at the very bottom of the description box below is a link to a Google form. You will need to fill that out and submit it within 24 hours. If you do have any questions on that, you can reach out. My email address is also down there toward the bottom of the description box. Yay. So guys, that's it. Now I get to go figure out my daughter and giving out her social security number and stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today. I always love it when you're here, and I hope that you had a good time too. Don't forget on the way out, if you have not yet already, smash that like button. Please do so. And don't forget on Monday, I'll be back with 2 live streams, you guys. You will not want to miss those. I do have those linked in the description box below. You can go set reminders. But until then, you guys, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.